It's been 5 days since I've done the last market analysis, and today we're doing the same thing again. We're first gonna go look at the Armory items, then we're gonna move on to the active drop pool cases and see how they are developing, and then we're gonna pick out some cases that I would say you might want to look out for. Two small things before we get into the video. For the month of December, I want to give small items away each week of December, so join the Discord to find out more. And the second thing is my promotion. A quick promotion from my side. I'm giving away 3 skins total worth of 130 euros, and the grand prize is a skin for 90 euros in total. To enter, you just subscribe, like, leave a comment, and if you want, you can join the Discord. The winners are going to be revealed on the 30th of November. And now back to the video. So let's quickly go through the Armory items, and as we can see, the collections are the ones that I would say are the most profitable at the moment. Overall, the Overpass collection and the graphic design collections are the one that you should maybe focus on, since they have 20% profit ROI and over unboxing ROI of over 150%. So that is just fantastic. For the missing link charms, the character craft stickers, the elemental craft stickers, and the small arms charms, I would say use the ability to spend your points right now before the major, because I think once the major starts and that 7-day cooldown goes through, the items will drop, since people will be playing during and after major a bit more, since the interest for Counter-Strike was renewed again. Let us move on to the cases. So for the gallery case, the price is holding steady, just changing a couple of cents, going up and down, and the profit is staying the same, 10%, which is pretty good, I would say, for a case. However, I would say stock up on these over a long run, since right now they're fairly cheap and they might in a couple of years become more valuable. For the kilowatt case, it basically is low pod, as you can see, over its complete lifespan. The item is the newest one in the active drop pool, meaning it will take a couple of years until it's being removed. So in maybe 3 years, this item will be moved out of the drop pool. But if you want to invest in that time frame, I would say stock up now and wait a couple of years for this item to go up in value. For the recoil case, it is still extremely cheap. The curve is going up, which is good, but keep in mind this item will see its price go up once it's out of the active drop pool for a couple of years. As you can see, almost 500 listings alone on this case. We do not know how many cases are held up in storage, so that is not being tracked, but this item right now is a steal if you want to invest again in those multiple year time span. I would say the same thing can be said for the fracture case. It had a peak around October but started to fall off, and it looks like it's holding steady at 26-ish cents to 30 cents, and here I would say the same thing as I've just said with the recoil case. The revolution case is slowly moving up again, and it's almost at the point of 2023, which is good to see, and I'm guessing this will continue to go up in value. It has some great glove skins, and I think that is why it's also going up. Great red skins also. However, they are a bit on the cheaper side, but this case is gonna go up, which is looking good. Then to I think the most interesting case in our active drop pool, the Dreams and Nightmare case. It has reached its highest point ever recorded, and the case is holding strong, keep going up. However, I would say maybe don't invest right now, spend a lot of money, wait for the major to be over, because as I said, the interest in the game will increase, people will be playing, are gonna be dropping more items, and people will be selling their active drops on the market, and the price might drop again until it keeps continuing to go up. If you have, keep them in your inventory, just hold out the drop in value over the event, and after that buy a couple of more and then hold them until this case goes out of the active drop pool, and once it's there, it will go dramatically up in value. Okay, now to the last part of the video. I went CS ROI to look at some cases, and I would say might be interesting, since they are still at the point where they're okay to buy and are not ridiculously expensive, where you're paying 6-7 euros at least for one case. So I've chosen for the first pick the Operation Wildfire case with 2.70 euros. It's okay, it seems like it's going steadily up in value over the time, and it is moving towards that €3 mark, which is good to see. It has some cool cases. Yes, the knives are maybe not the most interesting one, but what is I think pulling this case is the AK fuel injector and some cool patterns for the Bowie knife. Then the next case that I've put on my list is the snakebite case. It had a huge uptick in 2023, but it dropped off, and it looks like it might be making a comeback overall, and at this point with 25 cents. It's a cheap case to invest your money in, and you might be able to make a profit with it in a couple of years. This case also has cool gloves, a good USB that has some value, the AK slate, which is a perfect one if you want to make some cool crafts, and that is why I would say this case is an interesting pick to keep an eye on, especially if Valve brings out more sticker collections that you can build interesting stuff with. Then my next pick is the Gamma case. It is with €3 starting to move into the more expensive side, and it looks like it's gonna keep going up. Both the Gamma and the Gamma 2 case have crazy yellow drops where you're on average gonna make €750 if you pull a gold, which is extremely cool. That is why I've put those cases on the list, since those are old school skins that people want to try to get, and they're gonna go up in values. So that is why I've put it on the list. The next one that I have on the list is the Spectrum and the Spectrum 2 cases, and that is because of the knives mostly. However, the Spectrum 1 has some great reds and also some decent purples, so that is why it's on the list. The Spectrum 1 case gives you for the knife pull around €530, and there's some beautiful butterflies in there, and that is the same thing with the Spectrum 2 cases. Great butterfly knives, cool collections like the Tiger Tooth, Marble Fate and Doppler skins, so that is why this case is an interesting one to look at. It is still okay in price, and I see it moving higher the further we go down the line. So those are a couple of cases that I wanted to highlight, and let me know down below if you agree or not, or if you have other cases that you are currently looking at. And as always, don't forget about the giveaways, and don't forget to subscribe, like, hit the notification bell, and I will see you guys on the next one.